Recording in progress.
So do you want to? Do you want to do it here and then? Somewhere I could go and walk around first. I mean, this is the view. Crazy.
What do you want to film the whole thing? Or
Maybe we can just talk about the Iconica in general, the two towers, because this is Harry's latest development, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you want to take us quickly? Sure. So we're on level 67. Man, look at this view.
So
it's crazy.
The side, the side is just behind the place.
That's the view. This is a crazy view. That's $1 million view. That's the side down there.
Yeah, just behind the high surf building.
Okay.
So these towers, this model is what will be built on that side.
So what you're
It's gonna fit over there? It's gonna fit?
Yeah.
benefit one street away from the beach. Yeah. Wow.
So there's two towers being built. Tower 1 and Tower 2, North and South Tower. So the North Tower is 76 levels. And the South Tower is 50 levels. They're both being built at the same time, but only the big tower is being sold. Like this South Tower is just going to be rented. Meriton going to keep it rented out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's residential only. There won't be any Meriton service apartments in there, like this building. It's just all residential. So there's 3 levels of underground car park, and then on the ground floor there'll be shops, restaurants, cafes, etc. And then there's some podium car parking levels, which you can see here. And then on level 5, you can see around the front here, there's an outdoor pool, barbecue area that's shared between both buildings. And then each building has its own indoor facilities. So the 76 level building has it on 44. There's indoor pools, sauna, spa, gym, and a 50 level has its own one. So this indoor amenities level is just for this building, just for the residents in this building. It will be finished in stages. So at the moment, they're estimating up to level 30 will be about early to mid 26. There'll be a middle section early 27, and then the top levels will be late 27. So people will be able to move into each stage as it's finished. Right, just be doing internal work on the levels above that. So if we go to the screen now, you can see the standard format of the floors. So first of all, at the moment, Meriton have only released up to level 15 in this building, right? So you can only buy level 5 up to 15. They were redesigning the plans for the upper levels, which hasn't been completed yet. So once that's done, hopefully they'll release the upper levels. So this is the format up to level 15. This is east, the beach is here north. So starting on the northeast corner, we've got a 3-bedroom. We've got two 2-bedrooms in the middle, 1+ study on the southeast corner, and some 1-beds on the south here, and then another 1+ study on the northwest corner. So these are just roughly the prices. These are 3 beds around the 1.9 mark. There's 1,450. These are actually all sold out now. These 1+ studies, we don't have any more left. These are around the 650, 670 mark, and these are 880. That's roughly. And but yeah, we have sold quite a lot. So there aren't too many left. Like I said, these are sold out. I've only got 1 of those left. We've got 4 of those left. Got 4 of those left. Yeah. Yeah. So just up to level 15, and we haven't got the upper of the floors finalised yet, on the floor plans. If you bring your clients in, you can use the screen. You know, you can just tap on the apartment, it brings up a more detailed floor plan. Yeah, the sizes on the left here of the apartment, and then gallery that just got some views that they've done with the drone. So you can see that's a north view from approximately that level, right? Yeah, so that's pretty good considering it's still a plan. And yeah, they generally have a few views there. You can see just a straight ahead view over the beach. Yeah. Yeah, so that's quite a useful tool you can use. If yeah, once you bring your clients in here, see the plans and the views. Now, if you want to, do you have any more questions on this bit? I'm just going to show you the. We've got to finish the display next door, which it's not a layout. We don't have an actual layout, but it's just flooring, bench tops, etc. That will be an Iconica. Yeah, it's different from this building.
Yeah. Okay. What are the dates for the other stages? Are people waiting for more levels to come on?
Yes, but we don't know. Meriton haven't told us. Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't give you a date. It looks like the plans and everything will be ready in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But whether Meriton release it then they won't tell us. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's just up to level 15 at this stage. Yeah.
Right. People anticipating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of our initial sales were people who wanted to buy an ocean this building, but this building you couldn't actually buy below 33 because service apartments is below that. And a lot of people do want to be that high. So yeah, we still have quite a lot of people who want to be on the lower levels anyway.
Yeah.
You get an actual view of the beach in that rather than it's cheaper to just see the sky and water. Yeah.
Look at this view.
Yeah.
We should do a walk around of it. It's great.
How many apartments each floor? It's like 10 apartments, right?
On a floor 7, well, on these floors there's 7, yeah. But I think the upper floors will lose some of the 1 beds and 1 plus studies, so it'll be more 2s and 3s on the upper levels.
So
So it'll be less on the upper levels as apartments. Yeah.
it will be 1 bedrooms. Yeah, for levels. 1 plus study.
No, they won't go all the way up. I think I haven't seen the final plans yet, but from what I've seen, they'll finish at about 30. Well, this one finishes anyway. This is continuing above 15. Or that one, so it'll only be those 2 up to 30, and then after that, they pretty much stop altogether. It's just 2s and 3s. I think there might be some 4s as well.
Will be 4s.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I can't unfortunately give you any idea about when they're going to release them.
You have parking each one of them, or
So 1 beds don't. Yeah, but the 2s and 3s have 1 car park. Yeah, 3s have 1 car park. I think the upper levels there will be 3s with 2 car parks. But on these levels, it's 1 car park.
the storage?
Yeah, it does. 2s and 3s, yeah, I'll have storage as well.
Protocol?
Body costs about just under 100 for the 2 beds, just over say 105 to 110 for the 3 beds, about 85 to 90 for the 1 plus studies.
Holiday letters?
No,
Yeah,
Meriton
no.
don't allow. It's a
Any-
minimum 3 months lease in Meriton buildings.
Okay, no, not allowed other agencies the rental as well.
No, well, actually, what Meriton put in their Form 6, there's quite a few special conditions, is that if you sell for Meriton, you can't manage for rent in their buildings, right?
I heard about that, yes.
An agent who doesn't have a Meriton can rent in the building, but not one who's selling. That's just
Okay. That is Sydney as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly the same.
yeah, that's right. They have it, I think, in all their,
Yeah.
or they're selling it.
Same style.
Yeah, but you know, generally, if you're selling for Meriton, the Meriton letting agent, Meriton's cheaper, they're 4%. They're in the building, they know the building, they get a lot of walk-ins, so it's much better for your clients overall, really, to use the Meriton letting person, because Meriton put an employee in each of their buildings at the leasing desk, so they just know the building. So,
fair enough. Is 2025? When is it going to be finished?
the first section up to level 30, 26,
26.
26, early 27 for the next section, and then late 27 for the whole thing. But they can move in.
Before.
The last days can move in when it's finished in 26.
So we're talking about which one? This one or
This one.
just this one?
This one is not being sold at all.
Nothing to do with it.
This one is sold at all, just renting.
This is for rent.
I think
Yeah.
because the rental situation's very tight now on the Gold Coast, I think they're maybe they got some incentive from the government or something, I don't know. But it's not being sold yet, it just was rented.
But that's Harry's model, isn't it? Buy, sell, build to rent. That's his model, pretty much.
No, he sells most of them, but occasionally he'll keep them and rent, I mean, I guess eventually he would sell it, but probably a long way down the track.
Beautiful town.
Yeah,
The
it's a good position, this side is pretty much open the whole way, there's not that many. Meriton buildings tend to have much higher ceiling height. So in fact, capacity 5
gym stuff,
those heights, the rest of the back, indoor side 44, but it's really just through this theory. The south tower's got its own one, but just level 5 is shared out and barbecue area.
That's a
We are still trying to get a supermarket in here, but supermarkets are really difficult with council and etc. First of all, supermarkets have to want to go there. For example, we wanted one here, but Coles and whatever said it's too close to the other one, Chevron and Asen, so they didn't want to come here. And then once you get that, then you've got to get council on board as well, which is even more difficult. So I can't say yet whether that will go ahead or not, but it really would if it does. And just the sales procedure is basically once you've got someone who wants to buy, it's 3,000 initial deposit plus intention to purchase EOI. That's just basically the sheet that we prepare the contract off. So just buyers, exact names, solicitor details, etc. Whether they're owner occupying or want to rent it out. And then once we get that, we then take it off the market, prepare contracts. We send contracts to DocuSign, and a couple of weeks to go through it, sign the contract, and then balance 10% is paid, and that's it until settlement. Now, if you haven't sold for Meriton before, prices can change very quickly. Like Harry can just ring up and say, put it up or put it down. So if you are working on something, it's a good idea. We notify everyone as soon as we can, but it's a good idea just to ring and check. Is this one still available? Because obviously there's lots of agents and on-site sales happening. So it's a good idea just to ring and check that it's still available and that it's still the price.
Once you put in the initial deposit, is it subject to change or is it locked in?
No, once that's it. And what happens, see, that's why it pays to kind of get it in as soon as possible, because
It's not like.
for example, what can happen, say you're working on a sale, right? And then over say 3 days, right? And then on day 2, we get 3 or 4 sales from, walk-ins or Sydney agents or local agents, and then Harry puts a price up. And unless you've got a 3 key, we then have to go to Harry and beg him and say, look, we were working on that, this agent was working on it. So, it's best to get it in. I know it's difficult trying to get your clients to commit, but an EOI in a 3,000 isn't a full commitment. It's just, getting it there. And then if they then decide, okay, we don't want it, they're 3,000 refunded. I don't know, losing somewhere they want. But we usually can only do that for a day or 2. Once we get it, we say a week at the most. We want the contract sent out because Meriton will start asking us where's the contract. So that's the best way to do it there.
Is there any other, I guess, unique features that kind of separates it from the one in the South Port, or is it all pretty similar?
The Meriton's in Southport. Well, generally, every building in Meriton try and improve it a bit. The main thing is just in the finishes. They've still got smart lifts here. The facilities are much higher up, so the indoor pool will be pretty spectacular. The fluid pool will be straight over the ocean. Probably one point of charging in your car park. It's $8,000 on top of the purchase price. And they can install an EV charger in the car park if the person wants it.
Of course, the country.
The V8 fits right on the corner. But the main thing is the recreation. That's a big starting point. Right on the edge, can't be built out, nothing can be built here. And I'll see. So that's the main feature of the direct beachfront. And there are actually lots. So there aren't that many that just have normal 1, 2s and 3s, so right on the beachfront. And the other big point of difference we think is it's going to get built. As you know, there's chaos on the Gold Coast at the moment. Paradiso and Darren will get to trouble with it. So that's a big selling point of Meriton. It's going to get built. No issue with that.
So how we know when the kitchen level finish? The same just another next level. So when you were local, how we did?
Well, every week the agency gets a price list update. So we send it to you and you just distribute it amongst your staff. Every week you get that,
Okay.
But this is what I was saying before, because you only get it every week, if Harry changes something during a week, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
re-up.
Yeah, but we generally will send out an email midweek saying, you know, prices have gone up or gone down or whatever, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's how it's done, yeah, but I can't give you a date for this because I don't have it myself, yeah.
Would like to ask about the overseas buyers.
Yeah,
They do have to have a firm, or do you guys still have a certificate for it?
no, still, yeah, no, they have to apply, yeah, yes, solicitor, yeah, just apply.
Okay.
And we'll usually we put a standard clause in the contract, 21 days, they can easily get an extension.
Okay.
Of the payment.
And do you have a finance for overseas buyers?
No, there's no Meriton finance on Iconica at all.
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
oh,
it doesn't matter on Iconica, I don't know why.
maybe
Other buildings it's available, but not Iconica.
maybe I have a word
Yeah,
description.
yeah, on Ocean. It's
On Ocean,
available,
yeah.
yeah, but not.
Oh,
Yeah.
so no Meriton finance on this.
We have finance available. Let's see.
Yeah.
Greg was with me yesterday with mortgage brokers.
Yeah.
We can do everything. Not a problem.
Okay, yeah, just have to.
Let's make it first. The only thing, I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, you probably are, but generally, banks won't do finance approval on off the plan. I'll put it another way, Meriton won't put a finance clause in the contract because it's off the plan. Does that make sense? Because all finance approval won't be done until
3 months prior.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's on when they can actually value it.
That's no problem.
Yeah.
The value of that apartment in 2027 will be
Yeah,
way
yeah,
more.
that's
than-
right, but
Yeah.
just so you know that the Meriton will never put a finance clause in their offer plans.
So it's not a smith, it's no one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the scope.
yeah, sure,
They do not.
yeah, exactly,
Put a deposit down, it's unconditional. That's it.
yeah,
You've got to settle.
yeah.
And that's why if you're new to project, so you get paid 50%,
Yeah.
10%, right? And that's why, people ask me this question, do we have to wait until 2027? No, you don't. Right, you get paid. on that
You get
10%.
paid 50, yeah,
That's right.
50% on exchange.
Which is really good money already.
50% at settlement, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good money already.
But
What did Harry say?
if they don't settle, you have to give it back.
Yeah, claw back.
Yeah.
But they always settle. They always settle. Unless it's overseas
Yeah.
buyer or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Overseas
Yeah.
buy 10% as well.
Yeah, the same, it's all the same.
We can do the finance overseas buyer. We've got selection lenders.
Yeah, but it's a time, because they put the application now and it's gonna be ready on 2026. So we have 3 years, so you have a approval for 3 years, no, just for 3 months, So
Also,
there's
that
a-
apartment usually, even if you buy, if you're in Australia,
Yeah.
even if you buy, you're not gonna have approval until you say that. Doesn't mean that you overseas or not.
Yeah.
You're putting deposit,
Oh, yeah.
and then when the time comes, you decide your situation, what's happening.
Oh, then you check it again.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with
Yeah.
overseas, it's the way it's done.
Oh, yeah, everyone, not the overseas and Australian buyers and overseas buyers out there, but Australian buyers. So bank usually give them 3 months approval, or 6 months approval. But this one is not gonna be ready in 3 months, but
Yeah.
I'm asking, that's you get a finance for 3 years.
So you put the 10% down.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you can settle that.
Yeah,
And
Have
so,
to be very confident for your future. That's
but we have money in the pocket.
or a finance backup somewhere. So 3 month full settlement, we do the loan. all that. And obviously it depends on the situation at that time.
Yeah.
But hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing will change and they're in a good condition because the valuation will stack up, no problems.
Yeah.
So what here, like 650, that's cheap, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, nothing dollars for 650.
Yeah.
We're selling whole floor apartments for 6 million,
Yeah.
just to give you an idea, beachfront. That's the comparison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, there's a lot of the beachfront is that type of thing,
So
there's hardly anyone who's building normal 1, 2, and 3s on the beachfront.
Very, yeah, it's cheap, 650 is cheap.
Yeah,
What the size of the 650 apartment? Size.
Here, they're a bit over 670, 55 and 8. And this one here, 46 and 8. That one's a bit smaller.
56.
Yeah. Yeah, we did talk to them because I know that, well, it's 46 internal and 8 balcony, but really, that's not really a balcony. This is just a balcony for council requirements, but it's actually
Part of the living.
a whole, enclosed thing, so it's 54. Yeah. But yeah, I know there might be a little bit of an issue with banks, if they look at the contract and see, because the survey plan, we'll have that as well. They don't like
More than 50.
50.
Less than 50.
50, less than 50, it was, but that,
Private lenders can do that.
can just explain to them it's actually 54. It's not a separate balcony stuff.
They can be flexible. It's something like that. They would-
But that, I believe that kind of unofficial ruling actually came about more because of like, there was a period a while ago where they were like chopping up hotel rooms and selling them. And that's why the bank brought in that rule. It wasn't actually to do with small residential apartments. It's more to do with the old hotels. They were chopping up, and it was a really weird approval they had on them. Yeah.
So
So
plenty of
that
little
should
banks
be
that
okay.
can do it. Plenty of little
Yeah,
banks,
yeah.
private lenders,
The
Yeah,
one
so
that-
many.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do so many.
let's give it 75%.
Yeah.
Finance is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And just last question, if you're already here, you probably have a nice conversation with instance. What's happening with the other building over there? What's will you put another one?
Behind us.
Yeah.
Behind us.
Yeah, just there. Yeah,
Yeah, they'll be building, but it only settled not that long ago, so they're doing things.
But it's going to be similar highlight, yeah? This one.
Yeah, at the moment, I believe it's 2 towers.
2 towers?
I think one. Probably similar to.
Here, I understand, yeah? Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's where we are behind this one,
Yeah, yeah. sorry.
not behind this one, behind where we
Yeah,
actually
that's
are
right.
now.
Sorry.
Just a mini golf and a car behind us there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, any other questions? So this is
About
obviously.
the marketing, what kind of marketing? Material can we use?
Yeah, in your price list,
Pack,
in your price list,
images, everything.
yeah, usually in the email body text, I write, go to page, it's usually on page 13 and 14 of the price list document. Down at the bottom there, it says log into Meriton box, and here's the login details.
Yep.
And there's all sorts of floor plans, everything in there.
We will set that up for everyone, online as well today. That's why you have to join these sessions, otherwise you know what you're selling.
Yeah.
We're not selling agents, that's kind of what people now.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's, yeah, with that, don't change the password when you log in, because then no one in all of Australia can log in, just use the password that's there. Yeah,
yeah, you can do that, someone's gonna do that, but guarantee.
yeah, yeah.
Also,
Yeah, just,
Harry's a walking man, you can give us 3 more counts.
that's just for American box.
That's crazy.
That's the agent.
Oh, man.
So all agents log into it to get the marketing.
We'll do that. Well,
And just check through the marketing special conditions, because they have kind of requirements for marketing.
Yeah.
Like you can't advertise on REA, that kind of thing there.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, but it's all there in Meriton box, that's where you get all the stuff.
This is
So
Harry's first one on the
now,
golf course.
sorry,
This is the first one on the golf course for Harry's. There.
No, it's not. Yeah, there's 8 buildings at Southport. At least half the main beaches, Meriton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Southport as well.
Meriton pretty much created main beach. It was like a fishing village.
That's all.
And Harry went in there and then it became a luxury place to be. Now I have to explain something that's going to be a bit confusing. So Meriton got approval to have an extra car park podium level. So the whole building's going up one level, right? So hopefully it'll be done today, but in Meriton Box, it starts at level 6 now, not level 5.
Okay.
Because they've updated the plans to the new levels, right? So it was, for example, we go to the very first level. So this was 510, now it's 610, right? Level 5 doesn't exist anymore. Hopefully when the price list comes out this afternoon, it will be updated, right? But if not, it's going to be a bit confusing. So I'll just let you know. There may be, because this is a really difficult thing to change over, there may be some leftover old numbers in different places, but I'll just explain that's what happened. The whole building's come up one level, so all the unit numbers have changed.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully that should be all sorted by this afternoon. The price list gets sent out usually Friday afternoon, sometimes they're late, so we have to do it Saturday morning, but usually Friday afternoon. All right.
So any question can call you direct or?
Yeah, just email or call, yeah. Yeah.
Just don't hammer.
Yeah. And yeah, the only other thing is that finishes display next door.
We could do a walk around too.
Have a look. Yes.
Any questions online? This is the view. Look at the view. Great. View is ridiculous. That's a crazy view, look at that view.
It's not the size and shape like that, but that is what the Iconica. So applying the bend clubs, what's going to be in Iconica. There's 2 colour schemes. Yeah, what's in this area is the white colour scheme. This bathroom behind the wall there has got the light colour scheme in it. The bathroom, the ensuite bathroom on this side, it's got the dark colour scheme in it.
Crazy.
So you can see
Beautiful
the
complex.
different colour schemes.
Is it gonna be determined by the buyer, what color they want it, or is it?
At the moment, yes, like, at the moment they can choose.
Yeah.
What will happen is, probably in about 6 or 8 months, we'll get a letter from the builders, an email saying we need the colour scheme now.
Yeah.
When that happens, we'll send an email to all the people who bought saying we need to decide. They don't have to decide right now. They can if they want to decide right now, we'll just lock it in now, but otherwise they will choose later on.
And the sales that we're explaining to them what's gonna happen about when to step to it. The sales.
Yes, yeah. Well, everyone who's bought will get an email. You know, in 6 or 8 months saying, you know, if they've already chosen, it'll say, we have a real X one, done, cut a scheme and it's still happy with that, because we need to finalize it now.
Investigate. What happened? Okay, yeah, silence. Anything else? Any other questions online?
Are you selling Ocean as well?
Yes. Is Ocean sold out? I think Ocean is sold out, pretty much.
Well, they haven't gone anywhere. They are.
Yeah. We're keen to sell the upper floors of this block of Iconica.
Yeah.
That would be great. I mean, geez.
There is a rumor though that
Yeah.
he wants to sell this building behind us. So he might even take that off the market.
How much is it?
Say it again.
He might even take Iconica off the market
Yeah.
once this one.
Oh, okay.
Cypress is ready
Once
to go.
Cypress.
I don't know whether it's just
Harry.
some people in, you know, it's the same about.
Why? Oh, why take it off the market? It's selling well. So
Because
start
he
it.
thinks he'll get more money for it later.
Probably. I don't know. Harry's a businessman, right?
But yeah, they've still got most of the stuff that's left in Ocean, it's on the higher floors.
Yeah. Usually like that.
Kitchens and whatever.
$2-3 million each, not you know. Yeah, but it's reasonably priced for this. It's reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced. 2 bedrooms, early ones. That's reasonable.
Yeah, so this one's kind of similar to like Iconica, except the kitchen will be around this way and have an external balcony as well.
There's a crazy view. Look at that.
Yeah, one 450 savings.
What's the master? Yeah, the master. This is the master bedroom.
Yeah.
I love this. Imagine waking up to this with your lovely wife next to you. That's great. Very nice. All right,
If you want to have a look at an Ocean,
quickly. I'll take a picture. There we go. Well, nice, sure. Thank you.
It's corner one, so I've only got a few left. Mostly what they've got left is this full of land.
So this is the,
Interesting carpet. Yeah, that's a nice view of that.
So is there this tower here?
It's about 1.6.
Being approved to be built.
Yeah, the other one, I only go over there and the new one over there, the car park.
Cypress, yeah.
huh? I thought it's on the,
It's right down.
Crazy. What is? All right. Very nice. What do you think?
yes.
Standard built-in dishwasher.
So
What brand is that usually?
this was.
Got the cost and Meg, okay. So it's high quality European stuff. Good. All right,
That's,
any questions? Yeah. I think we should take a picture for the socials. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think we'll go back to the other one. That's more impressive. That's like beautiful. Oh, wow, amazing. Good. There's the jewels right there. We're sort of feeling the jewels. Raw Beach.
Are they selling house there?
Yeah. Toto probably grows on it as a master.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're selling okay.
Yeah.
Expensive though, jeez.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Geez, it's been-
What's this per square meter? It's like what? 10,000? What's this per square meter? 8,000? You know?
No, what's this, 100? It's about 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. All right, is there any questions from anyone online? Otherwise, I'm gonna head to.
This building does have now compliance.
Yeah, this is actually easy. But this will sort out pretty quickly too. This is sold.
Yeah, we haven't got many of them now. Then it's the few of these and the one who's the one
Let's see. Yeah. It's
And that's
finished.
it's been doing it.
We can do some of this as well. Yeah. We've been doing some of the stuff in Sydney as well. Harry's very big on Sydney.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Green, when was recently from like 600 or something.
When you get the prices stuff, I know all Sydney stuff is on it, but you don't actually have a selling agreement for Sydney. If you want to sell, you know, two different ones.
I think we might have, anyway. So, we can sell Sydney stock as long as you use our license. Some of the agents have, multiple licenses across different states. So they can sell,
Yeah,
That's
so you
right.
just got Oxbridge, just need to get one with Meriton.
Good stuff.
Actually, a conjunction agreement, they do have a Sydney.
Yeah.
It's different to the policy.
okay, I'll get that. Where we got one. Anyone from, any questions? Is Meriton doing anything else in WA or?
No, they're only,
Victoria.
only Sydney and here.
In here?
They've got a bit of land in Brisbane, but I don't know what they're doing with that. But yeah, they don't do, they've got service departments in Canberra and Melbourne, but nothing residential.
That's all right. You'll get there. Cool. There's any questions online? Thank you very much. Contact details. Go share your phone number with everyone online.
Yeah, my phone number is 0408 750 720, or Eunice is the manager for Iconica, sales manager, she's 0408 589
So if you've never stopped projects before, it's very, very important to look after your sales managers because you're the key. VIP, right? They're in a bad mood, they're going to shut the apartment.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what we're here for. Any information you're not sure about, I think,
Yeah.
contact us.
And what's the policy for clients? Do you want them to be here? Do you want them to hand it over to you to sell it?
Sorry, yeah, very important.
Yeah.
You must register your client when you bring them in.
Okay.
So if they're like when you actually bring them in, you register them. Register them on the iPad with the sales person.
With the gentleman downstairs?
Yeah, there'll generally always be someone downstairs at the sales reception desk. You register your client there, because if you don't, and then, because it happens all the time, they go off to another agent.
That's right,
And come with them, and they register them.
Yeah.
They get the sale,
Of course.
because Meriton go very quickly on registration.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And generally, I mean, we can do it if we're not busy, but often if we have our own clients, you can just use green and
course.
bring them in.
Yeah.
Display and just ask if you have any question there.
Okay.
It depends if we're fine.
Is there parking on the side?
In Narwood, yeah, it's a bit difficult. Surface. Yeah.
Regional office.
I've been one bedroom lived in car parks, and in fact, there's quite a few two beds in here that don't have car parks, you know, so. Yeah, the parking, so it's down.
Yeah. The interstate agent, how do they work? Do they register with yourself, email?
No, that if the person isn't coming here, if your client's not coming here, you just have to get an NOI in 3,000.
Oh.
That should affect.
That could affect registration. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they probably have to line a local agent to show
Yeah,
that.
I know, there's no easy way to do this kind of thing, you know, with people going from one agent to the other. And coming to us and going to different agents, it's a bit difficult, but that's what Meriton come up with,
All right, cool. That's probably something. Any questions for anyone? Otherwise, we'll take our social, if you don't mind. We'll post it onto our social network. We might just go to the other side and find that model. But thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll share the recordings around, and I'll see you for the next project launch.